Again for Springer and the Astros.
And he is the one Astro in the lineup tonight who's got good numbers against Darvish. Darvish has really had his way with a lot of these Houston hitters, but with that hit now, Springer is 7 for 19. That's a .368 career average with a couple of homers and that double. So the Astros threatening right off the bat here in the bottom of the first. Leadoff double. And here's Alex Bregman, the third baseman. A look back by Darvish, and the pitch, and a fastball swung on, foul to back, 0-1. Bregman 3 for 10 with a home run in the World Series. He's got 3 home runs in the postseason, hit 19 of them during the regular season, and you have said on a couple of occasions you think he's the next guy who's going to take that lead to start.
Yes, I think he will join the likes of Springer and Altuve and Correa and be a star player.
The 0-1 and a breaking ball up high, a ball and a strike. Second overall pick out of LSU just a couple of years ago, 2015. Not a big guy at all, 5'10", 5'11", but a lot of power. And you can only imagine, well, you played here. If you're a right-handed batter, those Crawford boxes aren't very far away. 326 down the left field line. That's got to be in everybody's mind. 315 down the left field as Springer takes inside. 326 down the right field line. Now, the wall is elevated down there. It is 19 feet high, but only 315. The Green Monster at Fenway is 310 down the line. This is 315, so not much further. And you'll see all kinds of balls hit into the Crawford boxes here in Minute Maid. 2-1 the count. Nobody out. Runner at second. And the pitch, and a fastball swung on and hit down the right field line, but slicing back into the seats down the line.
That pitch at 95 miles an hour, kind of running into the inner half, and Bregman clearly trying to work the ball the other way. Not entirely giving himself up, but if he can get the ball to the right side, if he does make it out, the potential to get Springer to third base with less than 2 outs.
7:21 Central Time, time of the first pitch. 65 degrees inside of Minute Maid Park. The roof is closed tonight. Time and temp brought to you by Indeed.com. Post your next job opening on the world's #1 job site. 2-2 the count, and the pitch to Bregman, and a fastball sent high in the air down the right field line, but this one again well back into the seats. I'll give you the dimensions, I'm sorry, Eric, because we started at 315 down the left field line with the elevated wall at 19 feet where the scoreboard is. Then it juts out to 362 and up to 25 feet in left center. Got a couple of overhanging balconies. Remember, the hill is gone. There's no more hill in center field here. 409 to straightaway center, 373 to right center, and 326 down the right field line with just a 7-foot fence. Another 2-2 and a swing and a foul off. Good breaking ball away there by Darvish, and Bregman did well to connect it all.
And I would say the first 7 or 8 pitches from Darvish this inning, the stuff didn't look very electric. Looked kind of ordinary, especially when you're talking about Yu Darvish, who's usually so electric with his stuff. These last couple of pitches, he dialed up the velocity. We saw 97 on the pitch prior, and that slider there had a lot of bite ending up out of the zone. A good job by Bregman just to get a piece of it.
He's fouled off 4 pitches already in this at-bat. No score, bottom of the first. Springer in second. And another 2-2, and another foul off by Bregman. Sends a fastball way up into the upper deck over first base. Bregman's having an adjusted Turner kind of at-bat.
Yeah, at 97 on the outer half. Let's see now if Barnes and Darvish maybe try and come with the same pitch in the same half, but turn it into a slider. So far, his slider's been a little side-to-side. If he can get some downward action on it, I think he can get a chase.
Set by Darvish. A look back at Springer. And again, the 2-2. And it is a slider, but it's grounded down to third. Turner has to charge it. It makes a good play to get Bregman. Springer cannot advance. Both Seager and Darvish getting over to cover the back. Did Springer have an opportunity to take third there?
I don't think so, because I think Turner was under control and saw him out of the corner of his eye. So Turner comes charging this ball, and if he sees Springer out of his peripheral vision take off, he's able to then flip it to Seager, who's covering. But once Springer didn't go, he just went on and made the play and threw the ball to first base. Good job by Justin Turner, and good execution on a 2-strike pitch from Yu Darvish.
So Bregman really makes Darvish work, but ultimately Darvish wins the battle, and Bregman cannot advance the runner. And now it's Jose Altuve. Altuve with a big home run back in game 2. Leading off the 10th, Correa went back-to-back with him. Dodgers came back, and then, of course, the Astros 11. They love Altuve here. Here's the pitch from Darvish. And a swing and a high fly ball to right center field. Near the warning track, Taylor is there to make the catch. Springer will tag and come to third, but there are 2 outs.
Yeah, that was a hanging slider, Dan, that Altuve's kind of shaking his head as he walks back to the dugout, yelling at himself a little bit. He knows he got a pitch to do a lot of damage. Hit it okay to center, but just a little bit underneath that slider that hung up around the letters.
So it'll be up to Carlos Correa. With a runner at third, 2 down, no score, bottom of the first. Correa 3 for 9 with a home run of the World Series. Hitting over 300 with 4 home runs in the postseason. And he's got a home run off Yu Darvish in his career. Just a 200 hitter, 3 for 15. But one of those hits is a home run. The Astros splitting the 2 games with the Dodgers out in L.A. And this is the first of 3 over the next 3 nights here at Minute Maid Park. All 8:20 Eastern Time first pitches. First pitch to Correa, swinging a foul off. Right over the head of Yuli Gurriel, the on-deck hitter, into the screen. That fastball had some good two-seam action on it, ran right in on the hands.
It really did. Well executed. He started that pitch maybe middle in, and probably ended up off the plate inside with that running action you talk about, Dan.
He's got a lot of tools in the toolbox, doesn't he? Yu Darvish, if he can stay healthy year in and year out, a guy that a lot of people think can contend for a Cy Young Award. He's a free agent at the end of the season, and he'll be a hot commodity. 0-1 the count. And the pitch to Correa, fastball at 97, and he blows it by him 0-2.
Oh, we got to look there. At first at the two-seam that he ran in, and that time just straight four-seam fastball on the outer half. And this ball almost looks like it climbs in the strike zone. Obviously it doesn't, but he blows Correa away for the second strike there on a good four-seamer away.
Austin Barnes to the mound. Already the second meeting between Barnes and Darvish here in the bottom of the first. No score here in Game 3. Darvish out of the mound, now nodding whatever Barnes is saying to him. Darvish is agreeing with it, nodding from afar. Correa digs back in. He's got his work cut out for him now with an 0-2 count. Down the line at third, Springer. The set, Darvish. The pitch and a fastball just off the outside corner of the knees. Ball 1. And he dialed that one up there into 98.
Yeah, he did, and that was really close to the strike zone. A little down and maybe just off the plate. Barely. Well-located pitch there.
People like us wonder how people like you can decide in a fraction of a second to take a 98-mile-an-hour fastball 2 inches off the corner. We have no idea how you do it. Here's the 1-2, and a swing and a ground ball up the middle, but to his left. Seager up with it and on to first. Correa retired, and the Astros will leave Springer aboard at third. We are through 1, and there's no score here in Houston. This is the World Series on ESPN Radio and the ESPN app, presented by AutoZone.
KNBR 680. Today there are over 47 million Ford vehicles on the road, rolling on over 188 million tires. That's a lot of rubber to trust to anyone other than a hard-working specialist at Ford Service. No one knows your Ford better than Ford at Ford Service.
Get a $140 rebate by mail on Ford Select tires when you use the Ford Service credit card at the Big Tire event. Subject to credit approval, rebate by prepaid debit card. Other tire manufacturer rebate or offer cannot be combined with Ford Service credit card rebate or offer. See a participating Ford dealer for details through 12/31/17.
Duralast batteries are proven tough in the most extreme conditions. They're tested to start in 140-degree heat or temperatures of 40 below. Yep, they're that tough. So if they can do that, they can definitely perform for your nephew's soccer game, work through a scattered thunderstorm, or be dependable on Sunday afternoon trips to the grocery store. Because no matter what the weather's like, it's nice to know that you've got a proven tough Duralast battery under the hood. Duralast, proven tough, and sold only at AutoZone. Let's get you what you need. Get in the zone, AutoZone.
Are we ready to open next month? I think so. You think so? Well, it's complicated. Fire protection, first aid supplies, uniforms, safety training, mat services, oh, and restroom supplies. So uncomplicated. Call Centos. They'll handle all of it. Wow, one company can handle all that. That's not very complicated. So, we'll be ready? Oh, we'll be ready. Oh, I'm ready!
Learn how Cintas can help you get ready for the workday. Visit Cintas.com.
MLB pitch, hit, and run. The official music of the
7:20 locally here in the Central Time Zone in Houston. Dan Shulman, Aaron Boone. We go top 2. Cody Bellinger will lead it on for the Dodgers, and that means the Astros will go into the shift again against the rookie slugger. So Altuve goes to his left and backs out onto the outfield grass. Correa swings around to the other side. Bregman in on the edge of the grass about halfway between third base and second base, just in case Bellinger decides to drop a bunt in. Here's the first pitch from McCullers, and it's a curveball that is called a strike. Looked like it might have been a little bit outside, but McCullers gets the benefit of the doubt, and it's 0-1. Bellinger looking for his first hit of the World Series. 0 for 7 with 3 strikeouts out in L.A. 0-1 curveball right at the knees. A good tight curveball right there, and it's 0-2. It is not a huge 18 to 24 inch drop. It actually has something between curve and slider movement to it. It's a tighter curveball. Here's the 0-2, and he's swinging to this. He went right back to it, and he gets Bellinger in 3 pitches.
And there with 2 strikes, he puts a little more, throws it almost a little bit harder and a little more break on it, a little more north to south action on it, where he breaks it out of the strike zone. But it looks like a strike coming into Bellinger, and he just cannot hold up as it ends up down at his shoe tops.
Yasiel Puig hears it a little bit from the fans here in Houston. Puig 1 for 8 with a home run in the first 2 games of the World Series. McCullers' first pitch and a swing and a ground ball to Altuve. 3-4 steps to his left and lots of time to make a short throw on the first. Very quickly, 2 down here in the top of the second. We mentioned how young Lance McCullers Jr. is. He's only got a couple of years of big league experience, but this is not a guy afraid of the moment, the spotlight, or anything. He relishes this kind of thing. He's the Game 3 starter. Charlie Morton will start in Game 4 for Houston. So McCullers lined up, as of now, if it were to go 7 games, McCullers would be that guy. 2 down and the bases empty for the Dodgers. Here's Logan Forsythe, the second baseman, as Altuve swings around to the shortstop side of the bag. And the pitch, fastball over the outside corner, strike 1. And McCullers' command here in the second inning has been excellent. Forsythe hitting .286 in the postseason. He's a superior defender out at second over Chase Utley, the other alternative. As he swings it, hits one towards right field. It'll drop in for a base hit in front of Reddick. That's a 2-out single for Forsythe, and the Dodgers have their first base runner tonight.
Yeah, Dave Roberts talked about Forsythe, who always plays against lefties, but just being maybe a little bit better matchup tonight, too, against Lance McCullers, who is, like many of these guys, a reverse split guy. Lefties hit just .229 against him, righties .262, and Forsythe just kind of inside-outs that ball and dumps it into right.
So that gets Austin Barnes to the plate, the Dodger catcher again. 1 for 7 in the World Series, hitting .233 in the postseason. Pretty good hole on the right side with Gurriel holding on Forsythe, and Altuve shaded up the middle as the curveball misses down and away, ball 1 to Barnes. Barnes now starting 9 of the 11 games behind the plate for the Dodgers so far in the postseason. We are scoreless here with the top of the second. In front of a packed house, roof closed here at Minute Maid Park, and the vast majority of them wearing orange, some shade of orange from some era of the Houston Astros. Of course, they work navy into it now as well as Barnes takes outside. But you do see a lot of the retro yellow, orange, red from our childhood and our younger years at least. You see a lot of Nolan Ryan jerseys around. You see some Biggio Bagwell jerseys, a couple of Hall of Famers, and then you see the very modern Astros jerseys as well. All kinds of energy in the downtown area leading up to the ballgame. The 2-0 swing and a miss and a curveball, 2-1. And you can see Barnes was gearing up for fastball, and he was way out front.
Yeah, no doubt. 2 outs, 2-0 count, and Austin Barnes was looking to do some damage. And McCullers broke out a nasty curveball. Started in the zone, ended up probably a ball down, but Barnes way out in front and couldn't hold up.
He'll throw it to anyone at any time. 2-1, he throws another one, and it's shot foul by Barnes. 2-2, and something, I don't think it was the ball, but something shook up Brian McCann a little bit, took his mask off, and he might have had something in his eye. It appears to be okay. And now you can hear the noise level rising with 2 down and a 2-2 count on Austin Barnes. The Dodgers have a man at first. Logan Forsythe. Here in the top of the second of this scoreless game. The Colors staring into the plate. McCann flashing the signs. Now the Colors come set. Runner goes, and the 2-2 curveball's outside, ball 3, and there's no throw. Forsythe steals second.
Well, Forsythe, who only stole 3 bases on the season, but with 2 strikes, Doc Roberts thinking maybe start the runner, maybe guessing breaking ball there. And I think Brian McCann, who tried to really hold the pitch as it was close to the outside corner, tried to hold that pitch to get the call, and ends up holding it too long and can't pull the trigger to throw down to second base. Now an opportunity for Barnes.
So runner at second, 2 down, and the count is full on Austin Barnes. The Colors the set, and the 3-2, and a curveball grounded to third. Bregman up with it, and across the diamond to Gurriel, and that's all for the Dodgers. They'll leave a man on at second base, and we'll go to the bottom of the second. No score here in Game 3. This is the World Series on ESPN Radio and the ESPN app, presented by AutoZone.
KNBR 680. Geico presents a voicemail from your friend, Windstorm.
Oh, hey, how's it going? It's me, Windstorm. Anywho, just wanted to check up, see if you had a good weekend. Oh, and by the way, I accidentally smashed all of your patio furniture into your house, and I can't pay for the damage. But mostly, I just wanted to check up, say hello, and hope you had a great weekend. Later, Gator.
Windstorms never pay for wind damage. Luckily, one call to the Geico Insurance Agency makes it easy to switch and save on homeowners insurance.
For many businesses, hiring is tough. You want access to highly qualified candidates fast. And you don't want to sign a long-term contract or pay upfront fees. That's why you need Indeed.com, delivering 6 times more hires than any other job site, according to independent research. Indeed is offering new users a $50 credit to give their first job post premium visibility as a sponsored job. Redeem this offer at Indeed.com/credit. That's Indeed.com/credit. Terms, conditions, and quality standards apply.
When I go to a game, I always sit where I can get the best view of the players. As a business leader, I use Ultimate Software for the same reason. Its full suite of HR, payroll, and talent management solutions gives me total visibility into my people. It helps me optimize payroll, discover rising talent, and retain top performers. Ultimate Software keeps me ahead of the game.
From running a sports team to running a company, no matter what business you're in the people business. Learn more at UltimateSoftware.com. Ultimate Software. People first.
Look, I get it. You're Mark Teixeira, former All-Star first baseman. You want tickets on the first base line. And your beloved forward catcher David Ross. You'd rather be behind the plate. Or check out the view from the center field seats. You know, where I hit my Game 7 home run. Too many choices of where I hit home runs. 409 choices to be exact. No matter which seats are right for you, it's easy to find them at Vivid Seats. Millions of tickets, 100% buyer guarantee. Find your seats at Vivid Seats. See guarantee terms at Vivid Seats.
KNBR 680. On ESPN Radio and the ESPN app.
Bottom of the second inning at Minute Maid Park here in Houston. Roof closed. Game 3 of the World Series on ESPN Radio. There, no score between the Dodgers and the Astros. And Yuli Gurriel is going to lead it off against Yu Darvish. Gurriel hit .299, 18 home runs, drove in 75 during the regular season.
Something's wrong, Saul.
ran another fastball in on the corner, not a bad pitch, and Gurriel beat him to the spot.
Josh Reddick takes a high strike, 0-1. So Houston strikes first. Yet another home run. Remember how they closed Game 2 with 1 in the 9th, 2 in the 10th, and another home run in the 11th. Now Reddick sends one down the left field line and fair long. It'll skip past the short wall down towards the corner. Reddick on his way to second, and in there with a head-first slide.
Right now at Minute Maid Park. It's a cut fastball. They want to bury it in on the hands. It stays on the plate and it's up. It's up around the belt, and Reddick just rides it the other way. Kike Hernandez does a pretty good job of getting to this ball in the corner, and if he makes a perfect throw, they might have a play at second base, but Reddick with pretty good speed with a headlong dive into second base.
So the Astros looking here with a second, the way they looked in the 9th, 10th, and 11th in the game 2 nights ago. They're up 1-0. Reddick is in second, and here's Evan Gattis.